Hey, hope you're having a great day. My name's Ryan. I help people earn college degrees faster and save a whole bunch of money on tuition. And in today's video, I'm going to expose 10 lies that your universities are telling you so that you can avoid those lies, graduate faster, and save a whole bunch of money. If that sounds good, then let's dive in.
Hi, I'm Ryan Swayt, and I used to be a two-time college dropout, making just $12 an hour. Then I learned how to hack college and earned an entire bachelor's degree in 9 months flat. Subscribe to my channel, and I'll show you how.
All right, we're going to jump straight into this. I'm going to take you straight over to my computer because I made a PowerPoint slideshow just for you. Now, here's what we're going to talk about. I'm just going to go over the lie and what the truth actually is. So, first lie, number one lie, college takes 2 years to get an associate's degree, 4 years to get a bachelor's degree, 6 years to get a master's degree, and 8 years to get a doctorate degree. Well, guess what? That's simply not true. If we look at some actual data, okay, I'm going to show you 2-year and 4-year degrees, and the same applies for 6 and 8-year degrees as well, okay? So if you are basically under 20 years old, okay, a 2-year degree is going to take you 3.5 years of actual enrolled time, okay, and about 5 years of elapsed time. And elapsed time basically means calendar years, like from the day you started until the day you get the degree. How long does that actually take you? Not how long are you actually enrolled and sitting in a classroom, because there's Christmas break, there's summer break, there's all that, but that actually needs to be calculated into how long it takes you to earn a degree. So if you're under 20, to get an associate's degree is about 5 years for a 2-year degree, okay? If you're over the age of 20, when you go back to get your associate's degree, the average elapsed time is 7 years. That's ridiculous. It's insane, right? Okay, now for 4-year schools, okay, if you start when you're less than 20 years old, your elapsed time is close to 5.5 years, okay? And if you start when you're over the age of 20 years, the average elapsed time is 8.5 years, okay? 8.5 years. So the average amount of time just overall to earn a 4-year degree is more than 6 years, okay? Colleges and universities tell us 2 years for associates, 4 years for bachelors, and so on and so forth. But guess what? It's a complete and blatant lie, because it takes, on average, a whole lot longer than that to actually earn a college degree. Okay, now let's go into lie number 2, okay? It takes the same exact amount of time to learn how to become a businessman or a businesswoman, a teacher, a musician, a nurse, an accountant, okay? Or any other profession you're getting into. If you go to college, your college or university says, oh yeah, that takes 4 years to do that. Well, these are all different subjects. There's no way it actually takes the exact amount of time to learn what you need to learn to get into those fields, right? Now, the truth is that universities structure their curriculum to increase revenue, okay? Their entire curriculum plan, their graduation path that they have laid out for you is structured to help them make money, okay? That's why becoming an accountant and learning how to run an HR team, those don't take the same amount of time to learn, but it takes you the same amount of time to get both of those degrees, right? That's because college is structured as a business and they're trying to make more revenue, okay? Actually gaining the knowledge to get into each of those fields does not take 4 years or the average 6+ to 8.5 years to earn the college degree. You can actually learn how to get into those fields and be good at those jobs much, much faster, okay? Now, the next lie. We need textbooks to help us learn. Another major college lie, okay? Now, the truth is Textbooks are a thing of the past. Let me ask you this. When's the last time you drove to the library to check out a textbook because you needed to learn something? Maybe never in your life. For me, never in my life. Okay. What I do today is I pull my phone out of my pocket and I ask Google, or you ask Siri, or you ask Alexa, or you go to YouTube, or you whatever, right? We have the entire internet at our disposal. Learning is easier than it's ever been. So what's easier, opening up a textbook and reading a chapter, or going to YouTube and watching a YouTube video that teaches the exact same thing? Obviously, these modern resources and modern technology make it easier for us to learn. Yet, colleges and universities, they're still giving us textbooks. They're still making us buy textbooks, and they're still making us read textbooks. It's a blatant lie. That is not the best way to learn, okay? Now, the next lie. College is hard. We've been told our entire lives that college is hard, okay? Now, here's the truth. College is not really harder than high school. Before I earned a degree, if you followed my channel at all, you know I earned an entire bachelor's degree in 9 months, okay? But before that, I dropped out of college twice. My first 2 attempts at college, guess what? College was hard. My third attempt at college, when I earned the degree in 9 months, guess what? It was not hard. It was no harder than high school, okay? The truth is that learning new information is not hard. And maybe some new information is hard, right? Trying to learn how to make a spaceship to fly to the moon like Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos, yeah, that's hard, okay? But learning college curriculum is not, in most cases, much harder than learning high school curriculum. You're just learning more, okay? The thing that makes it hard is what colleges and universities throw at us to make it take us longer, because they want us to be enrolled for as long as possible. And that is the homework and the textbooks and the quizzes and the essays and the lesson plans and the study guides and all of that time consuming stuff. That's what makes college hard, okay? Sitting down and actually learning something new is not hard. So if we can weed out all that stuff, which there are ways to do, college is really so much easier, okay? Now, the next lie, online college is not as good as being on campus. Well, I will admit this was true even 5 or 10 years ago, okay? Because online college, it took a long time for colleges to really, really make their online programs good. So 10 years ago, being on campus was better than going to school online, okay? But here's the truth, okay? The first thing I want to say is that the pandemic forced colleges to dump tons of money into their online programs. And now online learning is like top notch, okay? You can learn just as much online as you can learn sitting in person because we have video and things like that. We've all, for years, we've been like, no, I'm an in-person learner. I need to learn in person. I need to see things visually. Well, guess what? A teacher can teach through a video and you still get to watch them teach the exact same thing. So whether you're sitting right in front of them or watching them through a live stream or through a video, you're still kind of having that same experience, right? So the pandemic really helped because colleges dumped a lot of money into their online programs. Now, second, there have been a ton of research on this. And again, over the last 10 years, it has changed a lot. But recent studies show that 92% of employers view online degrees from respected schools as equally favorable. So yes, you need to make sure you go to a respected school. I highly recommend choosing a school that's regionally accredited because that's the highest form of accreditation a college can achieve. But guess what? Employers are more comfortable than they've ever been with online degrees. And a lot of times you go to college and your degree doesn't even say that you went online because you attended the exact same university that you would have sat on campus with. Okay. So really not a whole lot of difference these days. Now, the next lie, okay. The next lie is that campus life going to school and experiencing campus. It's one of life's greatest experiences. And this is actually a lie that is told to parents and students. But parents are told, guess what? Your child needs this life experience. You have to go be on campus because you're going to have the most amazing experience of your entire life. Well, there are surveys about this done all the time, and every year, basically the University of California, Los Angeles, UCLA, does a survey that they call the American Freshman Study or the American Freshman Survey. Okay, and here's what they learned in this past year's survey. Okay, basically, college students who grew up during economic downturn, which is kind of college students that are going to school now, right? Basically, they are working toward financial and educational success and appear less concerned with having a good time and equated to record low amount of time devoted to socializing and partying, okay? Basically, the old school traditional college campus life, it's not the same as it used to be because students are more focused on getting into their careers faster and making money sooner because guess what? At a younger age, we're starting to have bills. Things are costing more. It's costing more for cars and car insurance, and food costs more. So naturally, students have to buckle down and focus on getting to their final destination faster. And that old school campus life is just not the same as it used to be. Now, the next lie I want to talk about is that schools and society tells us you have to attend a really, really big name school or university, or that big name schools are better than state colleges. This is something that we've basically been told our entire lives. Guess what? It's not necessarily true, okay? Now, this is an article from the New York Times, okay? And basically reading through it, it talks about that many students a degree from a prestigious university is no longer a ticket to success and happiness. If indeed it ever was, numerous less vaunted schools can prepare them just as well for their careers and their lives. And as a part of this article, there are some studies showing that CEOs of the top 10 biggest companies in the Fortune 500 mostly attended state schools for their undergrad degrees. Okay, so I'm not going to sit here and pretend like nobody ever needs an Ivy League degree because that's not true. It totally depends on what job you're trying to get. Okay, if you're trying to be a partner at a law firm and that law firm only hires Harvard grads, you need to go to Harvard. Okay, but for a vast majority of people, you don't need a prestigious degree, okay? Because most employers, and when I say most, I'm talking probably 90% plus, they want you to have a degree from a school that offers high quality education, okay? So make sure you're going to a regionally accredited college or university because that's really high quality education. But guess what? A lot of these universities, big name to unknown, they're using the same textbooks. You're learning the same stuff. You're taking a lot of the same exams, but the price is different and the prestige of the school is different, okay? So it's not as important as you would think, the actual name or prestige of the school. Obviously, map out your career. If you do need the prestigious degree, go, but chances are you probably don't, okay? The next lie. Student loans are here to help you go to college, and student loans can be a great, great idea. Now, I will say there are smart ways to take out student loans, okay? If you're going to accelerate your college degree, you're going to finish college in under a year, it's going to cost you less than 10 grand, okay? Taking out a student loan for $10,000 when a year later you're going to be getting like a $2,000 a month pay raise because you got your college degree, that can be a smart way to take out student loans. But I want to show you the truth here, some data, some numbers, okay? The truth is, the average amount of time it takes to pay off a student loan is 21 years. Okay. And the average student loan payment is about $400 a month. So think about that. Can you handle a $400 a month payment for the next 21 years? If the answer is no, don't go to a high-end school and borrow $50,000 to $100,000 in student loans. It's just a bad idea. I mean, why is the government talking about subsidizing student loans? Tongue-tied, okay? Subsidizing student loans and offering student loan relief. Well, guess what? Because so many people in the country are drowning in basically a student loan nightmare, okay? We don't know what's going to happen, if student loans are going to get eliminated or what. We have no idea. But don't start now. Don't take out a student loan now, unless you're doing it the smart way, right? If you're talking $5,000 to $10,000, you're going to get that degree in less than a year. That's a different story. But for most students, most situations, it's just not a good idea. Okay. Now the next lie. This is kind of a broad lie. I'm not going to give you a specific here. I'll give you some examples though. But every college lies about money. Okay. Almost every college lies about money. Okay. But they all do it in a different way. Now here's some examples. A lot of colleges lie about tuition costs, and they say, okay, here's how much tuition costs, okay? But then once you enroll, they say, oh, and you have this fee, and you have this fee, and you've got to pay your textbooks, and you have to pay this fee, and oh, taxes, and blah, blah, blah. Well, it's really important that you don't fall into that trap, because a lot of schools do it, okay? Now, another lie is a lot of schools say, we offer accelerated programs, okay? I can tell you how to find the actual legit accelerated programs. But when a school says we offer accelerated programs, you can graduate faster, a lot of times what they're doing is they're saying you can take these custom special 8-week accelerated terms, okay? But guess what? You can't take a full workload during that term, so you're taking 1 or 2 classes instead of 4 or 5 classes, but the amount of time to finish those classes is less, but then you got to go take the next classes. It's just kind of a mess, and it's pretty much a lie, okay? So you got to be careful when you're choosing an accelerated degree. A lot of schools use that for advertising purposes. Come to our school. We have accelerated programs. Accelerated programs are not always what they seem to be, so you got to be careful, okay? Another lie is a marketing lie. A lot of colleges say, we'll give you credit, college credit for life experience. But then when you go enroll, you realize, oh, guess what? My 20 years of career experience equated to 4 credits. That's pretty normal, okay? The whole life for experience lie, it's just usually you don't get what you think you're going to get, okay? Another lie, okay? This is an example. There's a school called University of the People, and I'm not dogging on the university, but it is a little bit of a lie, okay? They say, guess what? You can come to our college for free tuition, right? Guess what? It's not really free tuition. What they do is they want to get you in the door, and they let you take classes for free, okay? But then when you want to graduate, you have to pay the tuition for the diploma, okay? So it's just a different payment structure. You don't have to pay for the class before the class, but guess what? If you want the degree, you got to pay the money, okay? And it's actually more expensive than a lot of other colleges. There are just tons and tons of universities that have basically marketing campaigns to try to get you in the door, and most of the time it's not what it seems. So you got to be careful, okay? Now here's the truth. You got to ask a whole bunch of questions, and you need to be exactly clear about what you're getting and what it's going to cost before you sign any papers or enroll. And you need to choose a school that meets your budget. A lot of times, like a state university says, okay, here's how much it's going to cost. And you think, okay, I can pull off 40 grand. Okay. But then they add all the taxes and the fees. And guess what? Now it's 50 grand. And then guess what? It doesn't take 4 years to graduate. It's going to take you 6 years. There's 25 more grand. And next thing you know, you've spent way more than you thought. So make sure you ask the right questions. Make sure you know exactly how long it's going to take you to graduate. And then all these lies about money, they're not going to kill you, okay? You need to have a clear idea of what you're going to spend before you enroll in college, okay? Now, the next lie, and it's not a lie from universities, it's kind of a new lie that we're getting from society. And that is that you no longer need a college degree. They're no longer important. They're no longer going to benefit you. You can get great jobs without college degrees. Like it's just this huge trend. And guess what? It's kind of true, a little bit true. You can get good jobs without college degrees. But the vast majority of people with college degrees, the truth is, make more money and have better jobs. Here's some data from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, okay, from all the data that the United States of America has, okay? If you attended high school, and this is weekly earnings, okay? If you just have a high school diploma, your average earnings are $800 a week-ish. An associate's degree, $963 a week. A bachelor's degree, $1,334 a week. A master's degree, $1,574 a week. This is from 2021, okay? This is not outdated data right now, okay? It's within about a year old, okay? If you watch this video 3 years from now, it's probably still very similar to this, okay? And as you can see here, unemployment rates, the first people to lose jobs when times get tough are people without college degrees, okay? Unemployment rates are way higher for people that don't have degrees, and they're lower for people that do. And they get lower and lower the more education you have. Okay, so yes, it's true. You can get a good job without a college degree, but a vast majority of people with college degrees make more money and have better jobs than those without. Okay, you can't really argue that. It's data. A college degree generally gets you a better job and makes your life better. But here's what I want to say. You need a college degree, but we just went over a whole bunch of basically things colleges are lying to us about. So do we just go to college and pay way too much and work way too hard and spend way too many hours studying and doing homework and reading textbooks? The answer is no. You don't have to do that. If you follow my channel at all, you know that you can accelerate a degree. I did it in 9 months, and it cost me $200 out of pocket, okay? You can do the same thing. I was a terrible student in high school, and I figured out how to do this, okay? Now I do my very best to help other people do the same. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a link to a video down in the description where I will, basically you can watch a free training where I walk through the 3-step process of degree hacking, okay? I call the process degree hacking. It's basically how to get a college degree without jumping through all the hoops that colleges want you to jump through. It saves you a whole bunch of money. It saves you thousands of hours in study time, literally, okay? And you can earn a degree in as little as 6 months for pennies on the dollar. Click the link down below. The video is totally free to watch, no strings attached. And my hope is that you can earn a college degree even faster than I did, and you can basically be qualified for your dream career by next year, because it's absolutely possible. And guess what? It's ethical. It's legal. Colleges allow you to do this. They just don't tell you about it. They bury it under the rug because when you graduate faster, they don't make as much money, okay? But click that link, watch the video down below. I'll show you exactly how to do this. I hope this video's helped. I hope it's added value to your day. And I absolutely wish you the best through your college journey. If you've liked the video, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell. And you'll start seeing more videos of me teaching how to hack college, teaching how to graduate faster, teaching how to save a whole bunch of money. You'll start seeing more of those in your feed. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you in the next video.